He was doing everything right. He is the greatest quarterback I have ever seen, and I am so excited. Let's be honest. Kenny Pickett, wonderful story. He looked good. Honestly, the team looked like they were playing with more energy and excitement when he was on the field. But that does not mean I think he should start week 1. But Kenny Pickett, this is a great story. He's got some spunk, and he looked amazing. Phenomenal, Sacho, even though it's the preseason. Here, I'm giving you all this hyperbole so you can understand it.
I was checking my calendar to see when the regular season starts because it needs to hurry up. Swagoo, what about the Steelers quarterback situation? How are you looking at this thing?
You asking me? Or
I looked at both guys, and I know we focused on Kenny Pickett and the way he's playing. He's the exciting name.
Mm-hmm.
I thought Mitch Trubisky was fine. Obviously, he was under a lot of pressure. He showed athleticism. He showed the ability to throw over the run. I saw nothing in that game from Mitchell Trubisky that didn't tell me he couldn't have a tremendous amount of success in this offense as well. It was one throw in this game that Kenny Pickett made that I thought kind of told the story about his maturity and his experience as we move off of Mitchell Trubisky. That was pressure in his face and the seam route he threw the fry move. That is a veteran throw in the NFL. When you got to anticipate when the guy's not open yet and you have to stand in the face of pressure and deliver the ball at a high clip. Both of these guys look, this one right here, both of these guys look really good to me. This offense looked like it had more juice, but I do agree. It did seem like everybody's stinger went up when Kenny Pickett entered the game. And I don't know if it's subconsciously. I don't know if guys are playing hard because he's young, a rookie, and we need to kind of we need to overdo certain things because he's trying to figure out his way. But I thought with both guys and the hands that they were dealt, I wouldn't take this job away from Mitchell Trubisky if he was the starter based on these performances in this game.
Yeah, look, I mean, I just want to set this up for people that may not have been paying attention, right? They signed Trubisky in free agency. Then they draft Kenny Pickett in the first round. And Pickett's been playing with the third team for most of camp. Like, I think people have been assuming that they signed Trubisky to start and they drafted Pickett to develop. But Sacho, somebody brought up in the meeting this morning, long time ago, the Seahawks signed Matt Flynn in free agency, and a third-round pick named Russell Wilson beat him out in his first camp. Like, are we looking at a similar kind of situation? Could Pickett win this job?
Pickett could win the job, but those situations are apples and oranges. Matt Flynn signed a much bigger deal, and Russell Wilson was a much lower draft pick. Kenny Pickett, first-round pick. Mitch Trubisky, a smaller deal. And so I think I'll go with Swagoo on this one in that Pickett looked like a pro. Like, he didn't look like a rookie in this game. But at the same time, Mitch Trubisky played great with the hand that he was dealt. The offensive line was giving up pressure left and right. Mitch Trubisky was able to escape the pocket and make good throws. I think Trubisky will still start, but what I saw from Pickett was very impressive and outstanding and phenomenal, as Kmart loves to say.
Yeah, no, I completely agree. I think we all are excited about the Kenny Pickett experience, but I caution. Here's my caution. With young guys, I'm not somebody who thinks you need to start the rookie quarterback, the first-round pick, right away. I think you have Mitch Trubisky. Start him. That was the plan. Go with the plan, but the leash does not have to be long. If Mitch Trubisky isn't doing what he needs to do as a starter, then you've given your rookie QB some time to watch, survey, look at what not to do. And then when you put him in there, you've seen that he can withstand pressure. He doesn't shrivel up in the face of pressure, that he stands tall, that he's still willing and able to deliver strikes. That's what you want to see, but you don't have to rush that process.
Now, we'll see what happens there in Pittsburgh with the quarterback situation. One thing I know for sure is what happened if Brady had been traded to
Go to Swagoo first. Look at this man's face. Go to Swagoo first, please. I didn't hear what Swagoo got to say.
I just thought he was frozen or something.
He's in shock. He's in shock.
Swagoo,
That's the problem.
What are your thoughts?
I'm going to give you a day in the life, Graz. You went to Georgetown, okay? You went to Georgetown. And when Patrick Ewing went on his visit to the University of Georgetown, and Coach John Thompson walked in front of the student body and said, "Nah, we good. We don't want the best center we done seen in the last 100 years in basketball." Graz, what the hell would your reaction have been as a part of that student body really wanting to win some basketball games.
I don't know how old you think I am, but this is well before my time at Georgetown. But again, hypothetically, would have been upset. I'm thinking John doesn't necessarily go to the Hall of Fame if that's what happened, right?
Or Phil Jackson saying, nah, we good. Don't worry about Michael Jordan. We good. We don't need him. This is equivalent. I'm not playing. I'm not kidding. This is very equivalent. And also, he had already won 6 Super Bowls. Mm-hmm. John Gruden said no. Think about this. Pass it on to Sacho and Kimberly. John Gruden said no to the greatest quarterback to ever play in the NFL. Mm-hmm. And everybody acting like that the Dana White part of the deal is the big story. No, it's not. The big part of the story is that somebody didn't want Tom Brady to come quarterback their team.
Yeah, I mean, look, you got to admit, it's an unconventional source, Dana White, on this stuff. He's not often breaking NFL news, but Sacho, what do you think about that? How are you as vexed as Swagoo is over this?
I'm not as vexed as Swagoo. I feel Swagoo's vexed completely, and I get it. The only reason I say that is I take a different angle. My angle is this: Tampa Bay was the perfect place for Tom. Like, that's what I believe. Defensively, from a defensive standpoint, from a receiver standpoint, from a head coach.
This is just say anything Monday.
He could have gone anywhere. Tom Brady can win anywhere. Tom Brady can win anywhere. But Tampa was also a perfect place for Tom. That's so I'm saying it worked out in the best of ways.
Sacho, that is not the issue.
But we ain't talking about Tom Brady.
Is Tampa Bay the best place for Tom?
Gruden made a horrible decision. There's no way around it.
Gruden made a horrible
decision.
We are talking, Sacho, about John Gruden. Ineptitude. That is what we are talking about. That is the main idea. That is the lead of this story, okay? Forget Tampa Bay. Forget Dana White. You had an opportunity, and you said, nah.
Yeah.
I'm okay. We don't need that guy. We don't need that guy. John Gruden, the same guy who, when he got the job, said at the combine, I want to go back to the 1950s where all we do is run the ball. Like, now we know why he should not have a job. Like that, it all makes sense. He should have been fired off of that.
KM, imagine this, Sacho. Imagine I come on Get Up, and me and you going down the history of sports. And I say, you know what, Sacho? I don't want Bo Jackson. You know what? I don't want Deion Sanders. I don't want Wayne Gretzky. I don't want Jim Brown. I don't want Jim Thorpe. I don't want any of these guys. I don't want Babe Ruth, the great Bambino. I don't want Hank Aaron.
None of them.
Willie Mays, you can go play. None of them. Are you kidding me, bro? I don't care if Tom Brady made the right decision. He won a Super Bowl. We all know it was the right decision. Yes. For any coach in the NFL to say that they don't want Tom Brady is the biggest story in NFL history. Okay, let's move on, DG.
I want to get Sacho the final word.
My nerves getting bad this morning.
Oh, man.
Sacho, you got anything else on this, or should we move on?
No. I mean, they're right. The lead is the lead, right? Like anybody, you can't. You're there's
done.
No other
more
words to say.
No
Let's
more.
move on.
No more.
Okay. Thank you,
I've
Sacho,
completely lost control of this segment, so I'm going to go to a different one. Hey, this is called QB Takeaways. Swagoo, what'd you see from Mac Jones this weekend?
I thought Mac was good, man. Obviously, his decision-making is on point. Great throw down the sideline. Then we're trying to take away a lot of things from these guys, understanding that they're very limited offensively. So all you really want to see is that their own read, their own point, they're building some rapport with their wide receivers, and it seems to be working out.
Sacho, what'd you see from Trevor Lawrence?
I was impressed by Trevor Lawrence. Obviously, went against the first-team defense, but there were 2 throws that I loved. That was the first one, and not every quarterback can make that throw over the corner who's in cover 3. And so for me, I love that throw, and I love this next throw. I called it the cheese, not even necessarily a cheese route, but